everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you again for tuning in. In this week's video, I wanted to talk about a tool that has really helped me. It's something that I have known for a really long time, but it's only been this past year that I've really implemented it in my life on a daily basis, and I have definitely reaped the benefits of it. To be honest, I don't even think that I would have this YouTube channel right now were it not for this tool. So the tool that I'm super stoked to share with you is the morning pages. The morning pages is a tool that I learned about in a book called The Artist's Way. So this is The Artist's Way. But The Artist's Way was created by this woman named Julia Cameron, and she's actually also a sober woman. And she created this 12-week long series, if you will, of kind of breaking down your boundaries around creating art. But not art in the sense that you may always think of. It's more creativity, right? She kind of breaks down in each week all these things that have become barriers to our creativity. And I'm so excited that I'm talking about this book in this video this week, because in the last video last week, I think my intention was for all of you guys to kind of invest more in your creativity. So this tool, the morning pages, which I'm going to tell you exactly what it is and how to do it in just a few moments, has been an incredible tool that I learned from this book that has really helped me to access my creativity. And I don't know how it works. All I'm here to say is that it does. So I'm going to read a little excerpt from the book because I think the book will do more justice in explaining what the morning pages are than I could, and I will share my experience with it. So the morning pages is considered as a basic tool in this program of doing the artist's way. Here it says, in order to retrieve your creativity, you need to find it. I ask you to do this by an apparently pointless process I call the morning pages. You will do the pages daily through all the weeks of the course, and I hope much longer. I have been doing them for a decade now. I have students who have worked with them nearly that long and who would no more abandon them than breathing. Okay, what are morning pages? Put simply, the morning pages are 3 pages of longhand writing, strictly stream of consciousness. Oh God, another morning. I have nothing to say. I need to wash the curtains. Did I get my laundry yesterday? Blah, 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 blah. They may also more ingloriously be called brain drain, since that is one of their main functions. There is no wrong way to do the morning pages. These daily morning meanderings are not meant to be art or even writing. I stress that point to reassure that non-writers working with this book, writing is simply one of the tools. Pages are meant to be simply the act of moving the hand across the page and writing down whatever comes to mind. Nothing is too petty, too silly, too stupid, or too weird to be included. The morning pages are not supposed to sound smart, although sometimes they might. Most times they won't, and nobody will ever know except you. Nobody is allowed to read your morning pages except you, and you shouldn't even read them yourself for the first 8 weeks or so. Just write 3 pages and stick them into an envelope, or write 3 pages in a spiral notebook and don't leaf back through. Just write 3 pages, and write 3 pages the next day. So that is the morning pages. Shorthand, basically you just write 3 pages of whatever comes to your mind, whatever it is in your brain that morning. It's called the morning pages for a reason, because ideally you want to do it first thing in the morning, even before you brush your teeth or drink your cup of coffee. You just kind of want to get the stuff out of your brain, all the chatter that keeps you up at night, all the chatter that's going to occupy you being present throughout the day. That's what you want to essentially get out. To be honest with you all, I'm not a morning person, so doing the morning pages in the morning time has been one of the hardest things for me to do, especially on the weekends. Monday through Friday, generally when I'm at work, I'll do it kind of before my morning team meetings, and I get it done fairly early, but it's definitely not as stream of consciousness as it could be, because my brain is more awake at that point and it's kind of been fixed into deciding what day it's going to be at that point. So the days I have done it in the mornings, I will say, like, my days are significantly different, and I don't know how to explain it. The feelings are more grounded, calmer. My mind is clearer. I can make decisions a little bit faster. My anxiety is much lower. My stress level is more contained, and all my fears are essentially is what come down on the pages, right? Like, I just did a morning page, even though it's 11 a.m. I did morning pages just right before shooting this video, and I did it because I wanted to be able to deliver a clear message about it, and also to practice what I preach, of course. I just use a simple little composition notebook. This is my second one that I have, so I've been doing it for about a year now, and it is incredibly funny how incredibly difficult it actually is to fill up 3 pages. Like, by half of the first page, I'm kind of like, I don't know what I want to write about. And sometimes that's all I do. I just write, I don't know what I want to write about. I don't know what I write about. I don't have anything to say. Like, there's nothing that's coming to my mind. And just my brain is just like, I just have to fill these 3 pages out. And that's the only goal I have with it. I'm not really worried about if my penmanship is nice. I'm not worried about if I'm grammatically correct. I'm not wondering if they're even complete sentences. To be honest, I really haven't really read much of what I've written the past year, my morning pages. I took her suggestion of not leafing back into the pages and just doing it as an exercise. And I'll say the first few months I did it, and it wasn't consistent. I would say I was 80% consistent with it, right? And just 80%, and I still have results. But the result I got after just a few months of doing it the best I could, which is like, I would say 80%, of the best I could, I have benefited so much from it. And some of that has been like just me having space to get into action about things. I started applying to different things just more easily and without resistance. I started this YouTube channel. I really feel as a result of clearing space in my life to come to realize that this is what I need to do and what I want to do, no matter what the result is. And it created space for me to make some decisions in my life around my my Monday to Friday work, and realizing that I needed to leave my current job and then take on a new opportunity, which I'm in the transition of doing right now. I want to say I love the morning pages, and it really isn't the easiest thing to do, even though it's super simple. It's like super simple but not easy. I always keep my composition notebook on me, and even if I don't have my actual notebook, I'll just get a scratch piece of paper and just write down as much as I can for like 3 full pages of that body of paper that I have, and just let it be. I think her point, the author Julia Cameron's point about having it be stream of consciousness, is to literally let out the chatter, that monkey mind in your brain that serves to just distract you from your life. It's all the fears and all the self-pity and the voice inside that basically tells you can't do things. It's just the voice in your brain that feeds all the fears. And essentially, I think her method of the morning pages is that if you just write out all your fears and all that chatter onto a piece of paper and let it transfer somewhere else that's not in your brain, then hopefully that'll create space for you to bring attention to the things that you really care about, to give space to your own purpose. I think it's also a good introduction to like meditation. It is not the most it's not the first thing you would think of when you think of meditating, but this process has been a very meditative practice for me. And if you're not interested in like sitting and closing your eyes and being silent for 10 minutes, I think this is a great place to start, because you just notice how much crap is in your brain, how much stuff is actually living in there that wants to bring you down and gets in your way of living your most optimal life. And in my experience of doing the morning pages, I have to say that it really brings attention to how strong my negative mind is. I like to think of myself as a generally positive person and like an optimistic person and a hopeful person, and I think I strive to be those things, but internally I have experienced through the practice with these morning pages that inside of me lives a lot of fear and uncertainty and just negativity that I don't personally want, so I need to let it out some way positive so it doesn't come out in some way negative, you know, because it has to come out one way or another. And so I'm recommending that you do it through the morning pages. What else? I've also seen like online like websites in which they'll track your morning pages for you. I don't think they are approved by the author, but they're people who have used the morning pages and obviously it has helped them in their lives, so they created like an electronic platform for you to type out your morning pages. If that's what it's going to take to get you to do it, definitely do it. But I would definitely recommend old school pen and paper, honestly, because there is something very cathartic and some kind of mind-body connection that occurs when you are writing down things with your hand. I do believe in the power of that. There's definitely something significantly different from when I type something and from when I actually write it with my hand. You know, my style of everything is very much like start where you can, right? Even though I'm such a perfectionist and I want to like get there to like whatever there is, but I really believe in the gentle process. So I used to actually always just do like voice memos. I would just blah 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 chat on a voice memo for like, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes and just let out everything that was in my brain, literally from, I'll give you an example right now. If I were to, okay, I'm making this YouTube video, I'm afraid I sound really stupid, I see beautiful roses outside, orange, oh, it's looking like it might be gloomy, but the sun is out, the Bay Area weather is so weird, yeah, it's Sunday, tomorrow's Monday, ooh, like, tomorrow I have to go into work, I feel a little bloated, my back hurts. That was like a little snippet of you talking it out, right? I just really believe that the morning pages, or the concept of the morning pages, of transferring whatever is in your brain, just like meditation, to kind of sit with it and allow it to be, is just transferring it out, just letting it just go somewhere else so it doesn't live inside of here. Because if it lives inside of here, it'll cultivate, it'll spin, it'll grow, it'll manifest, then physically, and we don't want that. I don't want that for you. So this week, I just really want you to get a copy of The Artist's Way if you want. I'm not even actually recommending you to go through the 12-week series if you don't want to. I want to just say, like, pick up the tool, the morning pages, like read about it in the book, see what how she goes into detail about why she really emphasizes the importance of it, and just start with this tool. And if you're inspired to go through the 12-week series, by all means, absolutely do it. It gets me thinking, realizing all these blocks that are in my life that are not allowing me to live my most authentic life and my best life that I can. And usually it's myself blocking it, it's my personal history, it's my thought patterns, it's whatever. But there are tools and just guidance in here that helps you to break those things down. So my intention for you guys this week is to do the morning pages. Just try it. 3 pages. It can be a little composition notebook like this. I love that it doesn't have to look pretty. I love that it doesn't have to be, I just know that it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to be shared with anyone. I'm not writing for anyone. No one's going to see it. It's strictly, it's not even for me to experience it in terms of what comes out on the pages. It's really just, it's kind of like a dumpster. It's weird. It's like a dumpster of your shitty brain thoughts. I don't know. But it's great. So my intention for you this week is to carve out some time in your week to just get a notebook and write 3 pages. Just start with, Priscilla told me to do this and I'm trying it. I don't even know what I'm doing. Today's a weird day, whatever, or today's a great day, and I don't even know why these morning pages, like, I don't think they're gonna work, and whatever is in your mind in that day, in that moment, write it out. Don't judge it, don't try to change it, don't edit it, just experience that action. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, comment below, like the video, and I will see you guys again next week. Bye.